Yo guys, Buzzy1 here, and today is Sunday, which means season reset tomorrow, which means we need to hit our personal best. However, we've hit it, guys. We've hit it by one trophy, which I find quite funny, to be honest, because that one trophy got us over our personal best, and it is after facing this deck. It was this Miner, Barbarian, Knight, Fire Spirits, Archers, Minions, Poison and Giant. We done well, guys. We done well. However, ba-bam to the Retro Challenge. And we have a one-time reward, which is a magical chest. Which, on Friday, my friend got a log out of it. So, I will have to show you this battle. I will show you these two battles and the deck I was using. So guys, first of all, we face off against a Giant, Lightning, with the Archers, the Musketeer, the Minions, and the Inferno Tower. So I was looking to do whatever was best for me, and I used my Zap by accident, not knowing that he had the Inferno Tower, guys. That was a big mistake by me. However, he did arrow one Archer and a Golemite. Why? I don't understand. We made some really good decisions in this game, because the Mini P.E.K.K.A, I've realised, is one of the strongest defence cards in the game. That's because its swing is massive and it deals really good damage, guys, compared to Archers or compared to Skeletons. So it's fast at taking things out. I think it takes Hogs out in about 2 swings. Yeah, this Golem Loon deck is one of my favourites, actually, to play challenges with. I won't play it on ladder because my cards aren't high enough. So I just sometimes play it on challenges. But first of all, I started off with a Hog Freeze, and that didn't go too well. It was a bit of one of them. I either won or lost. It was alright though, guys. Here, I arrow, but I didn't need to arrow because their minions started to bomb. However, we did take a tower because that full health Baby Dragon on his tower. Baby Dragon, I've realised, is really strong as well, because if we put a Baby Dragon in a Golem deck, which normally happens, the Baby Dragon is really like tanky, and it's a good splash unit. So yeah, it's really good. Here the Mini P.E.K.K.A got distracted by the Archers, so we had to put Archers of our own down and a Baby Dragon. However, the Giants only got 2 swings, so we were happy. Here I tried sending my Balloon in, but he did decide to defend for some weird reason with the Inferno Tower. Don't know why, because there was only 10 seconds left and he was not going to take both of my towers. So I think that was our 3rd win within the challenge. And then we played a ladder match, which was decent. And then we played this deck, and to be honest, it was really close. I was hoping to win, but I thought I was going to lose. So I couldn't use my pump straight away. I had to use the Mini P.E.K.K.A just to deal a hog. I generally thought this was a hog free deck. because he had cheap units, cycle cards, that freeze would work well. However, no, he had a giant and a wizard and a fireball. So, I was a bit confused. I was like, well, what deck is this? And then I thought, it was the Giant Musketeer Hog Rider, but it turned out it wasn't after this push. So I put my balloon down just in front, just so the baby dragon can get some damage off it its own. And I was actually predicting his minions. And I zapped the wizard so it would lock on to the balloon instead of the baby dragon, just so the baby dragon could kill the wizard. So the mini P.E.K.K.A went down there just because that is a really good counter to the Hog Rider, as it only allows it to get 2 swings off. And look at the position that I place my collector in. However, he does come at me with goblins just to try and take it out. But no, I will arrow. He even comes at me, guys, with, I think it's in like a second, yes, with minions. So just put a baby dragon down just to sponge up that damage. Just because in double elixir the pumps are really useful. So I went for a balloon. It's kind of a desperate push, guys, because I only have a minute. But however, these decks are really good, and they do take someone's tower within like 5 seconds. So we zap there, trying to get the mini P.E.K.K.A to get a 1 swing off. He puts a giant down, which means the giant gets annihilated. Well, it doesn't yet, but it will do. So I wasn't really bothered about that Hog Rider. I just thought that can go on the tower. I'll put mini P.E.K.K.A behind the golem, as it will be really useful. So I then drop a balloon, and he can't cope with this push with his cheap units, and we have splash damage. So I go ahead here and arrow, and then his tower goes from 1,400 right down to 0 with 10 seconds left. So guys, I get another golem down, and then I want to put my mini P.E.K.K.A down. I want to, so I eventually put my mini P.E.K.K.A down. However, I don't really need it, guys, because the golem just whacked down. I had zapped this tower as well, just to get it down a bit further, and then we won. So that was, we went 4 for 2. We were 4 for 2 by that moment. And then this deck, oh my god, this was a scary deck. So this challenge is probably one of the best I saw, guys, but it's probably the hardest because of some of the decks. So first of all, he was just sitting on 10 elixir, so I dropped my balloon down thinking nothing of it, like he would not play nothing. However, he does play his wizard, and I do play the zap just so the wizard doesn't take out my archer, so the wizard will get taken out. So as you see here, guys, he's got a giant coming down the lane, and then he decides, you know what, we're going to put a witch behind it. So I was like, well, that's doing a lot of splash damage. However, I'll just let it go. I won't do nothing about it. And it was kind of a mistake, guys, because the witch spawns skeletons instantly as it gets targeted, and our tower goes down to 1100 health. So it was a bit scary, but you know, we dealt with it. And he actually sent a Hog Rider with a Valkyrie down the lane. So I just thought I'll go with a golem down the other lane, because there's no way I'm protecting that with the cards that I had in my hand at that time. So I notice where I put the baby dragon, and put the baby dragon so it'd stay on the golem side, however splash on the hog side. And this game turned in my favour here, because he had so little, well, not so little air troops, but so little defense to the Golem, apart from the Inferno Tower. We took his tower, but it wasn't over there. I decided to pump up again, guys, don't I? Just because a pump works really well in these decks, and it does go in your favour. So I put a Golem on the same side as he puts his Giant, and he's just building up his cheap troops, his cheap troops, his cheap troops. So the baby dragon does splash damage there, however it's getting targeted by the witch. So I try and arrow the wizard to stop targeting my baby dragon, however that does not happen. So I decide to send the balloon on its own, and it gets stopped, guys. It gets stopped instantly. And here, I really have to defend because there's only 7 seconds left. I don't want to lose my tower now, because if I did, it would be a really bad, thing. And my tower goes down to 600 health. However, he tries and pulls the balloon back, but I zap his Inferno Tower straight away. So the balloon goes down. I was hoping for one hit, guys. 130 health his tower is on, and there's a magical chest in this, guys. And he sends a Valkyrie and a Hog in. I was scared, guys. So I arrow eventually and zap for the win. I had to, guys. Otherwise, I would have lost my tower and not got the magical chest. So we will open that magical chest, and just because we've donated mortars doesn't mean the free chest can give us 12. Please do not do that to me. So an Arena 11 magical chest has 4 epics and 24 rares. So let's get into it. 700 gold, 2 Teslas, 21 bombers, 29 goblins, 5 giants, 41 cannons, 20 barb huts, and 5 peckers. That's not good, guys, because I've never had a legendary out of a magical chest. So that's not really good. I found this deck to be really nice, guys. It's really good. It's really defensive. It's really attacking. It's just basically a chip damage deck. And again, I use that in challenges. I don't really use it in ladder. This is my ladder deck even. And yeah, we have 431 barbarians till max level. So hopefully we'll have them by next week. So we nearly have the 100,000 gold to upgrade. However, I could use some gems just to buy 10,000 gold, which is 500 gems to buy that. So that's all for me, guys, today. Peace out.